Hi everyone, it's Jess again, and I'm back with another 15-minute craft. And this time I am going to make little popsicle sticks that have activities on them for this summer, what to do with my 5-year-old daughter. And I'm going to let her pick from them. I was going to wrap them in washi tape, but when I did, it didn't look right. So I will probably figure out something else to make them fun. But when you put it on, it was hard to get it straight. This is a really cheap washi that I just happened to have on my desk. And then it just, I don't know, it didn't look right for me. So I decided not to do it. And this one's actually broke. So what you'll need are a few popsicle sticks, and if I had to do it again, I would buy the colored ones instead of these plain ones, but you live and you learn. And Sharpies. I have both the fine point and ultra fine point markers. And then I'm going to use stamps, so I have VersaCraft in Real Black, an ink block, and then some stamps that I thought would work with what I'm doing. So there's that. First one, oh, and I have a list because I'm never going to remember everything I planned off the top of my head. So first off is crafts. And your marker will bleed a little. If that bothers you, maybe get a marker that's designed for writing on wood. It's not something that really bothers me, so. Okay. And then this is Plan Craft from Sweet Stamp Shop. And I'm going to use the little glue bottle and crayon. Now, these will smear, so be very careful to let it dry before you start touching it or coloring it in. And there you have it. And then once they're all done, I'm going to put them all in a cup, maybe this one, I don't know, in a cup, and she can draw from them later. I wasn't really sure what to use for Play at the Park because I don't really have a fun stamp that fits that. So I'm just going to use a basketball. Whatever. It works, right? Ooh, that one really bled. So, I don't know if you can see how much this is bleeding. It is starting to annoy me a little bit, so I'm going to switch to these markers and see if they bleed as bad. And if they do, well then, I will get different markers for the next time I do this. This is Plan Summer, and I'm going to be using the book for both of these. Oh, and this one that I used the basketball from is Plan Every Day, and all of these sweets are from Sweet Stamp Shop. And you can see how clean this VersaCraft stamps on these. And I'm going to try coloring them in a little bit and see how that looks. So. Okay, well, this doesn't bleed, but yes it does. It bleeds a little, but it's so thin you can't hardly see it. You also can't read this one. That bleeds too, but it's thinner, so I guess it's not going to bother me as bad. And again, Plan Summer, I'm using the snorkeling set. I think it's a snorkeling set. Anyway, I'm using this set right here. I'm going to use the watermelon for the farmer's market just because it's cute, and I'm not entirely sure where my other set is with the rest of the fruit. Okay. Now, I'm going to finish the rest of these, but first I kind of want to see how this ink works if I color it in. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same markers and just kind of add a little color. It's not smearing at all. That's awesome. So it's not perfect, but a 5-year-old's going to like it. So. here I'm going right over the face and these little seed dots, and it didn't smear at all. So I highly recommend VersaCraft, and you can find it in the Sweet Stamp shop, shop under inks. So. I'm not sure what the time count is on this right now, but you have a few, and this was, I mean, obviously you saw that was under 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and speed through the rest of my list, so there'll be no more talking. I'm just going to do it, and then I'll show you the final sets as soon as I'm done. So here are my finished sticks. In hindsight, my toast smeared because I tried to color it too soon. So I needed to let these sit a little bit to dry. And I should have invested in markers that didn't smear on wood. So those are two things I recommend. And I will look up what kind of marker doesn't smear on wood and post it in the links below for you. And then there's one other thought that I had. I wish I would have written a little bit bigger and filled up the stick a little bit, but that's not a huge thing that bothers me. And for some reason, this one being a different color than all the rest is really bothering me, so I might end up redoing that. And then I'm obviously going to, as I can think of them, add more sticks to the thing, to the collection, but this is what I could think of this morning when I sat down to make my list. And these can all be rotated too, so summer's only 3 months. And yeah, ouch. So this is what I had in mind just this morning. And I think I may still go ahead and paint the bottom with a fun color. I'm sure I have paint around here somewhere, or I can go pick some up. So that adds to it, but all in all, you can do this project in 15 minutes. It's just the extra things that kind of add to it. So there it is, and I hope to see you again next week. Have fun. Bye-bye.